All right, here we go with another question. This is from the 2017 STAAR test. This is question number 4. It says the graph of f of x squared, again, starting with that parent function, was transformed to create g of x is equal to x minus 7.5 squared, and which describes the transformation. Again, using the knowledge approach, we see here that we have our parentheses and we have subtracted a value inside of the parentheses. So I'm going to go back to my transformations. And if I am subtracting inside, this is a horizontal translation. So if I look here, horizontal, if I subtract, that means it's going to slide the graph to the right. So subtracting inside parentheses slides it to the right. So I'm going to look at my answer choices. This says right, left, down, and up. And so we know from our notes that we are looking for something that is going to push the graph to the right. So this would be answer choice F. Very simple question. This could also easily be seen if we use our calculator. So again, I'm going to go to my calculator. My parent function is already in there from before. And I'm going to type in my function. So it says g of x is equal to parentheses x minus 7.5, and then we're going to square that. And then you can see here that this graph, the parent function again, is in the center at 0, and then it has been moved to the right, all right? And so that we could also see that visually in our calculator. So again, a very, very easy question. This question is from the 2017 test also. This is question number 24. It says this is a graph of x squared is transformed to create this graph. Which graph best represents f and h? Again, this is more of a visual, so if I want to see how these things are going to look, it's probably best to go to my calculator. So we already have f of x is equal to x squared, so I'm going to keep that. And then we want to change it for h of x to be 2 times f of x. So I'm going to type that in exactly like that. That h of x is equal to 2 times f of x. And you can see here that I get two graphs and it's color coded. So again, our parent function is going to be that graph that's just in the center sitting at 0. And by multiplying it by 2, remember from our notes, if it's greater than 1, it's going to cause the graph to be more narrow. So it's not going to move the graph. It's just simply going to kind of squeeze it some. And so it's going to be sitting inside of the parent function. And so now that we have that, we just kind of want to look at our calculator and then look at our answer choices to see which answer choice most looks like this. So you got to be kind of careful here because G and H look sort of similar, all right? And we want to know that F is the parent function and H is the transformation function. So if we look inside our calculator, the H has to be inside of F. All right, so we want to just make sure that H is inside of F. And so that looks like it would be answer choice J, because you can see here H is inside of F. And on G, it has H outside of F. And that's not what we want. All right, so a very, very easy question if we use our calculator. Then our last question, again with the graph, it says if we have this function and we have that a x squared plus c, if the values of a and c are both less than 0, then which graph could this be? So we already know that if we have a negative a, it's going to cause the graph to go down. And then if our c value is negative, that means that we're going to have to be somewhere below the y-axis. And so the graph that will do that is H. All right, it is opening down and it is below the below the x-axis. So the correct answer here that we would want is answer choice H.